What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Sin City Crypto. My name is David, and I'm joined with Robin. And today we're talking about Elon Musk. We're talking about Twitter, all the changes that are being made. Are they good? Are they bad? You're going to get our opinions. So let's not waste any time and jump right into it. So the first piece of news I want to share is this news of over 50% layoffs. This is it's on Twitter, by the way. The handle is @thequartering. Twitter layoffs begin in 12 hours. They have so many employees. Folks just have to sit in front of their computers and wait. Building has been locked down. Badges have been disabled. One person, this is Akash Raina, tweeted, "I was fired from Twitter this morning. I was responsible for tweeting tweets for content abuse." Then it goes on to say, "No one is more hated than someone who speaks the truth." Rob, is this concerning to you? I mean, we don't understand, what it takes to run a company like Twitter. We're not in there. We don't understand. Do they really need all these employees? Do they not? Did Elon Musk come in there with bad intentions, or is he just a businessman making business decisions?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I would trust that Elon is not trying to sabotage the company he just bought for $44 billion. So I'm sure he has a team of experts or at least consultants that are working with him and evaluating what is needed and what's not. And, they are changing the business model. And in doing so, you're going to allocate new people and get rid of old people. And, that's what happens when you have a takeover, when another company is bought up. There is a change in management and it trickles down to the employees as well. And you restructure not only the business plan and ideology, but that also restructures the people that are working there and the staff. Is it a good thing? I think it is. Now, how far-reaching are layoffs? I mean, is it to a point where he tries to run with a skeleton crew and just try to minimize the amount of people, or is he kind of evaluating the worth of people's productivity? Or is he deciding hey, this department is not as necessary as it is. It's over bloated with the amount of people that are there. And for what they're accomplishing, it's not necessary to have that much manpower. And I think that's what happens when you have a new company. So not at all surprised. There was also, I was reading some articles on this as well. I think it was 2 days ago. And so a lot of the employees, this was 48 hours ago, a lot of the employees there were working 12-hour shifts and sleeping in the office, management included, because of the fear of getting laid off. And they know that the cuts are coming. The cuts are here now. And so you only have a few days to prove your worth before those layoffs come. And so everybody was at Twitter just straight grinding, putting in long 12-hour days, and then, just hoping they don't get canned. So it's an interesting situation. A lot of volatility right now. I think things will smooth out. And, I think.
What are your thoughts on the fact checkers, right? The people that would report stuff for content abuse, like that person tweeted, or you would get a tweet or an article or something, and it would have this little box, the fact checkers. So it seems like Elon's going away from that, right? Or it's getting replaced by something else.
That's what he's been talking about. It was freedom of speech. And,
were you a fan of that? The whole fact checking thing. The White House did just get fact checked, and they deleted their tweet. So, kind of share your thoughts on that.
No, I don't think fact checking is needed. At the same time, there are some taboo conversations. There are certain things that don't need to be discussed, and if it comes to terrorism, child pornography, as an example, there's no place in that, or no need for that. So, there has to be some sort of line drawn for certain extremes. But outside of that, I think that, all systems go, man. Let people voice their opinion. And if it doesn't bring upon harm to somebody physically, maybe even emotionally, if it doesn't bring harm onto someone, let them speak their mind. If it's factually incorrect, so be it. A good example is if you want to go on Twitter and rant about the world being flat, I don't need, I don't feel like somebody needs to go in there and just be like, yo, incorrect. Like, yo, if the dude is bonkers and he wants to talk about flat earth, then cool. Yeah, go with it, man. I'll make my own decision if I want to like believe that or not.
I think, I think in this country, there are a lot of companies and even our government, they try to hold our hand through everything, right? Some things, it's like, all right, you're on your own, figure it out. Other things, it's like, we want to help you. We want to tell you where you can invest your money. We want to tell you where you can. We want to tell you what information is correct. So I think that just solely falls on the person, because this whole fact checking thing, you can't lie. Whether you're on the left side of the aisle, the right side of the aisle, it was never honest. It was never fair. And so a lot of people's voices were being drowned. And I'm not saying what they were saying is correct, but the whole idea of why America is the greatest country and why people literally risk their lives to come move here and live here is because we have certain liberties like freedom of speech. And so I'm not advocating for all these layoffs. Again, I'm not in the circle. I don't know what it takes to run a company like Twitter. I don't know if they were, over hiring people. Like, we don't know that. But it's like, hey, if he doesn't see your value, your worth to the company, then, got to take ownership, got to figure something out.
You think the move with the $8 for a verified account, you think that's... Now, here's the thing. A lot of people just think you only get the check mark. So you get less ads, you get priorities.
Longer replies, longer videos.
Yeah, so there are some perks to it. Look, everybody, I feel like all tech-driven platforms at this point have a subscription model service. I mean, you can look at,
YouTube Premium.
Yeah, YouTube Premium as an example. And so you pick a platform, you have cheaper options or free options, and then you also have, your unlocked access because you want to pay more for less ads as an example. So
here's and look, as a person, no, I would not pay. As a business, like Sin City Crypto, yeah, we would pay $8 a month to make sure we're verified. You know why? When the merge was happening, there were so many Twitter accounts that were popping up that had the verified check, and it said Vitalik Buterin with this picture on it. And so if you're not careful and diligent in looking at the handle and making sure it's word for word what Vitalik's actual handle is, you could have easily fallen for a scam. And so I think in that sense, it's good. And like I said, it's not something you have to do. But if you're a social media influencer, if you're a content creator, if you're a business and you're on social media like Twitter, $8 a month is well worth to make sure people.
Now, here real quick. Sorry to interrupt you, but don't you think that there's gonna be even more of that problem because now it's easier to get a blue check mark? And so now you're going to get more verified Vitalik names.
Well, you would have
because
to,
you just have to pay $8 for it.
Well, no, but that's not how it works. You would have to submit some sort of thing. Like, we would have to submit, let's just say, our business license that has Sin City.
Yeah, but then we can change our name.
Correct.
And so you could pay the $8. You could create it as John Smith. And then you could pay the $8, get your check mark, and then you can in turn change your name and then be Vitalik with a slightly different spelling.
But your handle won't be able to change.
No, of course not. But what I'm saying is that at face value, in the same way that all these other Vitalik's handles were different as well, even though they had the blue check mark, they didn't have the same handle. I'm just saying that there's going to be more impersonators, going to be more accounts that are taking
advantage.
It's
going to be easier to.
There's going to be more verified. There's going to be more verified imposters because it's going to be easier to be verified. Because right now, the process of getting verified is extremely cumbersome and it's an ordeal. But you can go through it.
Well, maybe, you know what, Robin? Maybe the check mark goes by the handle instead of the name. Or maybe the handle is in bold or in a different color. And it's verified because the handle is not something you can easily change, right? It has to be
the handle is stuck. The handle is what it is. Like you can't change the handle, but you can change your display name.
Right.
And maybe they change the rules and they're like, hey, your handle is going to be stuck to, your display name. Perhaps that's the vision. I don't know, but
and we know that Elon is a big crypto guy. Always talks about Dogecoin, and we've heard talks about crypto being integrated into the Twitter platform somehow. Now, currently, you are able to enable tips through Bitcoin and Ethereum. I believe possibly Litecoin. I could be wrong. But how much deeper are they going to go? The last thing I want to end on, Robin, is do you think with Elon taking over and everything we know now, right, and the changes that we know he is making, Is Twitter going to be a better place, not only for the consumer, but for people like us who have a business, social media?
If he gets rid of the bots, if he's successful, then yes. Because you can't have over 100,000 followers and post something on Twitter and actually go through the responses and see what people say and interact with the community. So basically, the entire premise of communication with your followers is non-existent, right?
Right.
I mean, you can sift through there and try to figure out who's real in the comments and then reply, but it's already an ordeal just to figure it out. I mean, look at any prominent Twitter personality that has a lot of followers, celebrity particularly. Look at any of their tweets, click on it, and then just scroll down. And it's a shame. And so if they reduce the amount of bots, I don't think you're never going to get rid of all of them, but instead of having, 100 different replies from bots, if you have one or two, then I think that's a win, man. And I think overall, I would be extremely happy if that's the experience that you get. You got to pay $8 for it. I'm cool with it.
Same here. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think Elon is going to be good for Twitter moving forward, or do you think he's just going to destroy the platform? Also, remember, he did take the company private, or he's taking the company private, so it will no longer be traded on any other stock exchanges, which means no investors to answer to. So decisions can be made based solely off of what he believes is best for Twitter and its users. That'll do it for the video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to join us Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for our daily live show. We have myself and Robin. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.